boys and girls, children of all ages. It's slightly after 8:45 on Monday. I know it's a couple of minutes, but I'll always keep making that joke. And you know what time of the week it is. It's time for the Tier 1 boys to strut their stuff, flex their muscles, and show what they can do on track. Joining me tonight is, unfortunately, he wasn't able to drive for the Tier 2 race tonight. Unfortunately, I think he was one of the rookies that unfortunately crashed out of the race in Melbourne over the weekend. It is my good teammate. It is Mr. Keys. So good evening to you, sir.
Good evening. Good evening. You looking forward to this one?
One of my. It's a good track. I like this place, Albert Park. Been a bit of a mainstay in the calendar for a while now, hasn't it?
Yeah, I'm glad that it's gone back to the opening race of the season as well. To be honest, it was a good one to start with, I think.
It's a little bit tradition, isn't it, to have it?
Yeah.
Have it here.
No, that's it. But yeah, did you enjoy the weekend's race? What were your thoughts, takeaways?
McLaren looked strong. Red Bull, I think, still maybe made a bit of a mistake with their driver lineup. I can't really make a judge from Lawson after one race, but yeah, it's going to be an interesting one.
Yeah, no, I quite enjoyed it, to be honest. Changeable conditions always good, makes it a bit interesting and mixes it up a bit. I think the guy I've been having my eye on for a while is that Kimi Antonelli, and I think from what I've heard and what I saw in the opening race, very impressed.
Yeah, he had a very good, mature showing from what I've heard.
Yeah, incredible. I mean, he started 16th and finished 4th in the end. So yeah, can't grumble at that for the conditions he was under in the first race of his season.
Oh, definitely. As we are following the first car on a lap tonight, it is the Kick Sauber, soon-to-be Audi of Mr. Panizza. On there, going through the reprofile turn 6 onto the back straight now. It's changed a lot, this circuit, hasn't it, since it's come back on the calendar after the time of human history that shall not be named due to demonetization reasons. But what do you think with the modifications that they've done here, Steve? Do you like it, hate it?
Yeah, I must admit, I wasn't when I first had a go. I wasn't a huge fan, but I'm also not a fan of horrible little chicanes and things like that. So the final, well, sector 2 now much more free flowing. It's good if you get a good corner exit out of, I think it's turn 4 or 5. And you can pretty much drag it all the way through. So yeah, it's not a track I really have a problem with, sort of traction wise or things like that. But the limits, as we were just discussing pre-qualifying, the track limits can be a real niggle around here when you're pushing.
It can be, as he's laying down the gauntlet early on the medium tyres. This is I believe he's our current championship leader, is Ben. I'll have to double check the tables in a minute, but
G-Stars, G-Stars just managed 4th. I was still on board with him.
Bobo's managed to get a lap in on P3, 16.7. Xavier goes to the top. There's normal service being resumed.
I didn't notice originally though, sorry. Ben's got that time on a set of mediums.
He does, yeah, which is why I said it's a worry for Xavier that he's not that much faster than Ben.
So I've just got the tyres up on my screen. I was like, wow, okay. And Bailey's done his usual as well. I know he always does tends to do an opener with the mediums on.
He does, and I'm still getting used to seeing him in red at the moment, because he's done a Lewis Hamilton, hasn't he, a little bit, as Lorpe's retired. Oh, and it's had a 5-place grid penalty. For a collision with Lorpe.
Oh, that's so, Lorpe's gone, right?
So that's going to make things quite a bit tasty in this qualifying session, as we're getting the first bunch of laps finishing up now.
Lorpe's probably banking on that being the best banker of his life as far as the lap times go.
Well, he's ahead of a few cars. He's ahead of a few cars at the moment, but let's see how Colin... Colin, I think, is backed off. I think he's backed out of this lap. Sanfeo is slowing down. Jules is invalidated. let's go on board with the tyre whisperer quickly a minute and see what. Oh no, I think he's going to abandon this lap because it's about a minute, and I think he's got front wing damage. So,
he's just going to cool down.
So we've got Silu 92, he's on an out lap. Bergen is warming up as well. Let's go on board with the Papaya Man as he flies through turn 1 and 2, reprofiled after the modifications to 2022. Down towards turn 3, one of the best overtaking spots on the circuit. Very famous.
Yeah, those at the weekend and that particular point as well.
Yeah, definitely. As he goes through the turn 4 through turn 5, heading up towards the as we say, the reprofile turn 6. A lot faster now as he blasts down the back straight, taking the path of least resistance.
That's right. I think they could move the DRS line a little bit further back on this particular stretch.
Possibly.
Well, it feels a little bit too late.
Well, it's one of the few tracks here that don't have. They actually have 4 DRS zones here.
4, yeah, 4 of course it is. I keep thinking it's 3.
As Bergen enters the third and final sector, looking very planted in the McLaren tonight. Very confident on the turn-in.
I couldn't see what his splits were, but obviously he's at the back at the moment, so...
As he flies towards the line... P10 on the 17.3, not a bad opening lap. He'll be happy with that.
Yeah, I think he will. I think he's got more in the tank though, for sure.
Yeah, he showed it. As I say, he's looking very quick. Chris is just on an out lap. Who is on a lap close to the end? We could go. Let's have a go. Let's go on board. We spoke about Antonelli. Let's go on. Let's have a look at someone in his old car. Shall we go on board with Calvin? Warming up for a second lap. Looking very planted in them. Say he's looking like it's on rails tonight. And there as he goes down the DRS straight through turn 1. Beautiful runoff on that second turn. Down towards turn 3. Oh, Silu goes into 16.0 into P4. That's a stonker of a lap.
Not bad at all, that one.
Silu for T1, Tier 1 confirmed, is it, I think? As Calvin up a 10th in the first sector.
I'm going to jump back slightly behind on the track with see what Bailey's going to come up with on his first soft run.
Ooh, keep an eye on the blowhole and see what he does. 3/10 up for Calvin. He's looking like he could be in. Might displace the Visa Cash App, RB, Spotify, PayPal, Halifax. I'm going to keep Andy. Oh! Stepped out very badly. I think it caught the spin, but I think Calvin's going to have to abandon the lap.
Yeah, I came away from Bailey, unfortunately. Oh, Mark's just had a moment.
Oh, he's going to be kicking himself, Calvin will be, for that. He's still got the tyres, he can go again.
Mark's just run off.
Let's go to a fellow Aston Martin driver, shall we? And let's have a look at Saviour quickly.
Nick's about to jump up a few positions, I think. Not quite, no.
300's up, first sector. Oh, he's invalidated at turn 6. So easy to do there.
It is, yeah. One of those tracks again.
Ben's Eugeni's had an invalidation as well, so he's going to be finishing up. Ben is warming up the car. Let's go to Jules quickly in the other McLaren.
He was about a second and a half down, Jules, just now. So I don't think he's on a particularly. He's maybe had a moment right out of the start.
Yeah, let's have a quick look as he gets to the second checkpoint. Yeah, 2 seconds will drop away from him.
He's taken those 2 chicanes there without taking it, essentially. So yeah, he's definitely not worried about a lap.
I think Ant's just done. Not worried about this. Let's go on. Let's go on with Bobo quickly. We've not bothered the Williams drivers tonight, have we?
Sorry, I keep chatting them every time I go on board with somebody at the moment. I think I'm just looking at the screen and then causing moments.
Let's keep an eye on the Williams and see what lap he can put in the pocket. 2/10 up. Should put him closer to Calvin, but I don't think it's going to displace him. Unless he gets a monster third sector.
2 stars just invalidated his run. Bailey's about 3/10 up.
Bobo's looking very solid as he gets through that final sector. As he runs to the line, what's the lap time going to be? Approach to 16.2. He does go up to P8 on a 16.2. It's very close between Jules all the way down to Bobo and Calvin.
Yeah, top three.
P4 down to P9. Yeah, they're the only ones in the 15s. Do you see anyone else joining him in the little 15s club?
Quite possibly. I mean, Bailey's obviously yet to put in a proper flyer, I think, and he's currently on one by the looks of it.
Let's go down to the blue. No, he's doing the 22 Carlos Sainz line.
Yeah, he's not even on a recharge, so I think he's just coming in for one final run.
Yeah, we'll leave Calvin alone for a little bit after the last time. He can murder me later.
Will get up there, definitely, and I think Ant's got probably a high 115 under the belt there somewhere.
He's got to try and get up there as fast as he can, as high up as he can, because he's got that 5-place grid penalty.
Yeah.
As well, so that's going to be preying on his mind. As well, to think, what can he do?
Sabre's down, so I'm assuming he's not on a lap. Really?
Bergen's on an out lap. Collins just started an out lap, so it's just a little lull in the proceedings until everyone comes out for their last runs and literally wants to destroy my throat. Yes, Hodgie, this is payback for earlier. Now, as the cash up is warming up in the second sector.
Sam's on his out lap at the moment. He's coming through sector 2 at the minute, so he should be on
he's on the other side of the
first of the final run, is all I thought.
Yeah, Lou 92 is just coming around to start his final run, I think. Give him a quick run to see what he's going to do. Practically got the whole straight to himself. He's possibly one that could get into that 15 bracket, I think, of these final runs. Him and Jules are the closest, less than a 10th away from it. I don't know how these guys manage to keep their car so controlled and look like they're on the ragged edge.
Yes, it's a good skill to have.
It is, as I think Lou's probably going to get a little toe off that Ferrari on this back straight, which I think is Chris. The blowhole gets well out the way. 700's up. This should be hopefully a nice... This could get him into that 15 bracket. This place Jules, but I don't think it's going to get close to Ben.
Collins on a fairly decent lap. He's looking to move himself up at least a few positions at the moment.
No, I think Lou's made a mistake. I think that's his qualifying run. We'll go quickly on board with the blowhole. See what he can get as his teammate is coming out the pits. Nicely stays out the way.
Intense already.
Down towards turn 3. A little bit of a lock up, but he's managed to hold it through. Such a really good change of direction.
Those two corners are quite nice. And I quite like 9 and 10 on this game at the moment. You can really throw it through those two.
You can. It's service rewarding. They've filed down a lot of the curbs now, I think, on this game, so it's...
Yes, I mean, especially 10 now. Last game used to go over 10 and used to have to be a bit of a wide berth, but you can absolutely cut the hell out of it now.
Oh, yeah, as Chris gets through the... Wow, Ben!
Oh,
15-5.
That's a good... That's a 10th and a half from Ugoni there. That's pretty decent that go. That time, sorry.
That's a gauntlet that thrown down to just say,
yeah.
okay, Ugoni, okay, Saviour.
Bring it.
Bring me your best. Because that's the only way you're going to get me. Chris gets the P9 on a 16-3.
Quite surprised by that.
Everybody coming out the pits now. Let's get their final runs in.
Started his last run.
Let's go to Ujoni on his flyer. 0.019 up. He blasts down through into the second sector. Taking that line of least resistance, he's going to catch a little bit of traffic. That last sector's looking quite congested. 600th down. Don't think it's going to be enough.
Not looking like it. These last few corners are going to have to be blinding.
Yeah, he's going to have a lot of traffic in the way though. A lot of people warming up, getting ready for the start of their laps.
Looks to have got away with that, to be honest.
He has, but I don't think it's going to be enough to pit Ben. Oh, yeah. He shuts me up!
Oh, it's gone.
15.583.
Something. Wow.
That's shut me up, commentator.
1200, no, 12,000.
I think that is pole for Ujoni. Saviour has invalidated his lap, unfortunately. I don't think he's not going to get round for another go. Unless Jules and Lou find about another half a second. Well, it's not going to be from the cash app. He's invalidated, so the only person who could probably move around in the top 4 at the moment is Jules. He's invalidated as well off the turn 4.
Yeah.
So I think Sarge is done. Bobo is the 10th up. He's just going to finish. Let's go on board. Let's go with the Williams quickly.
Bailey's actually on another runner as well. 4 tenths up. No, 3.
Oh, Bobo catches a slide round there. That was impressive. Colin McRae, your heart out with that slide. That was impressive, but not the most ideal thing when you're trying to get a qualifying lap done. As we go back to the blowhole. Last corner to finish his lap.
You have to have made up a fair amount of time in those last few corners again because he was fractions up.
P9 still. And Sam Feo has called it quits as well in 15th. So I think, Mr. Soze, that is qualifying.
I think that is it done. Yep. So,
it's insanely tight.
Top 3.
Insanely tight between Ujoni and Ben again.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's Ben, Ugoni and Saviour in the current championship positions, isn't it? So it's not really far off that, to be honest. Saviour qualified where he currently sits. Just Ben and Ugoni that are, well, they're all going to have a little bit of a battle, aren't they, from the start to finish?
They are, as I'm going to have a little bit of a ganders at the championship. It's 127 from Ben, plays 118 with Ujoni, plays 105 with Saviour, so it's still all to play for.
So I've just seen a comment pop up from Cloud on the in the Discord saying he's got a nosebleed because he's so high up.
Don't complain, Lou. Just enjoy it as I'm going to go through the grid. Just quickly, it's Ujoni on pole with Ben 2nd, Saviour 3rd, Jules 4th, Lou in P5 with Ant taking the 5-place grid penalty in P6, Sarge P7, Bobo P8, Chris Bailey P9, Calvin P10. You've got Armour Red in 11, G-Star 12, Panizza 13th, Colin 14th, Sanfei 15th. Berger 16th, Lorby 17th, Hodgie 18th, Bitt 19th, and Smith rounds out the grid in 20th place. I need to catch my breath a second because I should not have done that.
Well done.
So, as we go to the 5-minute break, I think I need to treat the audience with a few track facts about this place, don't you?
Yeah, you go for it.
So, Albert Park first joined the F1 grid back. This is going to make me feel old saying it. 1996 was the first Grand Prix here.
I was 21 then.
I was only 7. But
and you're saying you feel old.
But first, do you know the first winner of a Grand Prix at Albert Park was?
I don't know. I'm going to take a stab at Schumacher because I'm scrolling through my little notes of tracks here and I can't find the track.
It was not. It was not Mr. Schumacher.
Oh, that's a surprise. Go on,
It was his bestest friend in the whole wide world, Damon Hill.
Damon Hill. Well, there we go. But
with his, and with that, Mr. Hill holds he's got quite an interesting record. Here, he's the only person to win the same Grand Prix back to back.
Right. Okay.
Because, ironically, in 1995, the season finished at Adelaide, the old street track in Australia.
Right. Yeah.
And then Australia moved from the end of the calendar. When he went to Albert Park, it moved to the beginning.
Yeah. Well, there we go.
There have been a fair few wins around here. Fair few first-time winners around here actually as well, because we had Mr. Eddie Irvine won his first Grand Prix here in 1999, driving for Ferrari. And there, Mr. Button, one of my favourite drivers as well. He's had quite a bit of success around here as well. Won the first Grand Prix for Brawn back in 2009 and won in 2010 and 12.
Do you know who's had most wins at the track?
I would hazard a guess it would be Michael.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Just it usually is.
Although I think I know the lowest. I think if I'm not mistaken, I think I know where the lowest starter is for this race who have actually won it around here.
I've got something in the back of my brain. I'm probably completely wrong with track and timings and everything, but I want to say it was somebody like Hamilton from way back in the grid, or possibly somebody just before him. Who was in the seat before? Or yeah, again, possibly Schumacher.
I hope someone in the chat corrects me if I'm wrong, but it was Mr. Coulthard.
Cool. So I don't remember him doing too well myself over the years. 2003
was the second time he won here, driving for McLaren, as he won the first race of the 1997 season, driving for the McLaren Mercedes team. And they've had a very good record around here as well. I believe, if I remember right, the following year in '98, they pretty much lapped the entire field around this place.
It didn't take them long last weekend actually to lap at least. I think it was the back 4 or 5 were pretty much lapped. I think it was about halfway through the race. So good to see McLaren back there again.
It is, as a silent McLaren fan because of one of their ex-drivers. Not going to name any names. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, Jensen Button. It's good to see them back up there again in this one, and it's unfortunately, as I say, there's been a fair few quite frightening accidents back here at Albert Park as well. And most recently was Fernando Alonso's back in 2016, I want to say. Yeah, 2016.
Is that lifting up, that one, or is that another track?
Nah, there was the one where he went into the back of Gutierrez.
Right, yeah.
And he went and he did a few rolls. Well, turn 3's been quite an accident. quite an accident spot for here, because it was 96, the first race. Martin Brundle of Sky Sports F1 fame, at a first race he did a few somersaults over a few cars.
Yeah, I think I actually saw that over the weekend on some old footage, actually, because I always forget he used to be in a car at one point.
Oh yeah, and 2001, I want to say, unfortunately, was another one with Ralph Schumacher and Jacques Villeneuve, which unfortunately did claim one of the lives of the marshals here, which is unfortunate, as we are underway on the parade lap for here. And if you're Damon Hill, it's not exactly still one thing you want to remember after 97. Because him and Hajar have got both the NWO records and not been able to finish a parade lap around here. As
I felt so bad for Hajar this
I
weekend,
did too. I did
it was
too.
Really unfortunate, and it was like this is the guy's first proper go at it, and all he wants to do is just make it to the end and show his mettle, and then that happens, and that. Oh, it was heartbreaking.
I do give props to Mr. Hamilton for that one as well.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely top draw that was.
Show solidarity, but
yeah.
Looking at the tyre strats, it's going to be an interesting one. Everybody starts in the mediums.
Let's get that up.
Everyone on mediums, apart from Colin in 14th on the hards, and Schmidt in 20th on the softs and the Mercedes.
That's very brave from Schmidt.
Yeah, they're not going to go very far, I don't think. Probably at least 5-6 laps, I think, before he's going to need to pit. But it's weird again for me, Joni, because he normally does go for the alternate strategy.
Yeah.
He normally will put the hards on to flummox Ben and try and flummox Ben and Saviour a bit, but he's sticking with the norm tonight.
I wonder if, I mean, it looks okay, but I wonder if there's anything about the weather we're not sure about or we haven't heard about.
Well, it can change here.
In the chat?
It can change here in Australia, as we've shown on the weekend. We've shown back in 2010.
No, yeah. Sorry, Hodgie's written in the chat, possible rain last few laps.
Makes it interesting.
The last few laps, though. I would have probably gone. I would still maybe started on hards.
Yep, as we get in the last few. I wish we had a better camera shot.
Are you right? Yeah, you're the same as me.
Literally right, looking down the back of the grid. I wish it was looking down at the front. But I'm going to get rid of everything on screen quickly. As we get the green flags on the LED screens. Wrong time for the strategies, Amazon. As we go to 4 lights, 5 lights. And round 7 of Tier 1 is go. As Ujoni has managed to keep the lead from Ben. Saviour's still P3. There's a car around at the back. I want to think it is Armour Red. Oh, Sarge is out. Sarge is out straight away first corner. Has he been in a bit of a collision with the McLaren?
I'm not sure what happened. I was trying to sort of work my way back through the field looking from the rear of each car, and I just saw Bergen's Ferrari go off into one of the walls.
Yeah. As we have a quick scan through the grid, not many movers and shakers in the first 5. Bobo's up a position into P6, Calvin's up 2, Ant's up 2. So is G-Star Panizza. Lorpe's had a stonker of a start up 5 places, so is Hodgie. Smith's up 6. Carl's up 4 as well. The biggest loser, unfortunately, looks like it's Armand down 8, and Sarge, unfortunately, is out of the race. So, a little bit of an eventful first lap. And that one, as we get ready to... Are we going to be going under getting green flag soon? Because Ujoni is backing up the field quite a bit.
Yeah, I'm not sure if there's some...
Oh, we're back to green.
We've got greens. So yeah, I think there might have been some problems with the deltas there, because it looked like there was a bit of speed and then slowing down. I'd imagine it was the gains which delta doing.
Yeah, as we get through onto the second lap, the DRS will come available now, ladies and gentlemen. As Ujoni obviously gets the fastest lap. It's not been able to break away from Ben. Saviour's looking there, he's holding his position, looking dangerous to the front two, and just saying, okay, you two fight for a bit, I'm gonna hang back, I'm gonna watch as usual. Jules is having a fantastic race again here, P4, and Lou in P5 showing his mettle from Tier 2. No, he's hanging it with the big boys tonight.
Yeah,
make it a very good pitch for himself to get promoted.
Absolutely.
Not naming any names, but we will sort that out as the DRS train starts to come available. And Joni starts to pull everybody along just to make sure we can get through the rest of the race. Now, as we go into DRS zone number 3. Oh, Calvin's going up the inside of Bobo. He's managed to get the position. And there, as
He's probably going to get past Bobo fairly swiftly as well. I would have thought he's looking quite pacey.
Yeah, Chris isn't looking like he's going to take any punches tonight as we go quickly back up to the leaders. I wonder if Ben's going to try having a look at start sizing up a move soon. He's not opened his DRS, which is quite interesting because he should have had the gap. He was well within the detection 1 second, and there, but he didn't open his DRS down that turn 3 straight.
Very strange.
Unless
short straight.
Yeah, it's a shorter straight compared to where they are now, so he should use it here, which he does. So interesting tactic there from Ben. As this front 3 is going to become a front 4 soon. Yeah. It's going to be actually a front 5. Silu is not falling away from this front group. Is he? It's getting a very elongated DRS train here.
I'm amazed that Johnny managed to keep Ben behind him for 2 or 3 of those straight turns, to be honest.
Yeah, it's looking interesting. It's keeping. I think he's trying to fathom where he's gone. Oh, one of the Saubers is gone. In the back of shot, I think that was Panizza. Yep, it was. I saw a Sauber just sideways in the background of the shot.
We've got a bit of wing damage there.
Let's go quickly down to have a quick look.
Both sides. Pretty severe.
Yeah, he's lucky. He's lucky he's still in the race. That looked like it was a hard hit. Lucky he didn't rip the wheel off it. Oh wow, that was a fantastic camera shot there, seeing the leaders flash past.
Very, very close.
It's getting a very, very steep train now. Joni is going to be under quite a bit of pressure. And we're going to jump back quickly to a nice little switch between the Aston Martin and the Williams. Hodgie's up another position to P11. Should catch this group up quite soon. This is getting crazy.
Yeah,
it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cars. Almost 10 with G-Star.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
Within 5 laps, all within a second of the car ahead. This will be a very fast, very furious Grand Prix.
Indeed. It's going to be everyone putting on the pressure, all under pressure.
It's the change of direction they've all got. It's amazing. As we've got a change for the lead as Ben goes round the outside of the Red Bull.
So we're going to go for it as well.
He may, but Joni's not going to have the DRS, I don't think, towards the next straight. Ben's going to have it again. And I think Saviour's going to make the move. On the brakes, he's got him. Joni doesn't really want to fight it, because I think if he's going to fight it, he's going to have problems from the McLaren behind him.
I was going to say, Jules has just pulled in like 3 temps with those 2 ahead battling. So
yeah, these front 3 are just battling now. Ben's actually extended the gap a little bit more now. It's got it up to over half a second on there, but he's going to be the one that's cutting through the air now and just saying to everyone else, okay, I'm going to be the one that's giving you the DRS now and see how your pace is. Calvin's bringing company along with him. He's bringing the cash app. He's bringing Bobo. He's bringing Chris. Ant's going to be up there as well in the lap or two.
I was going to say
he's making up for his grid penalty. Put him down to P11.
Ant comfortably finished this top 5, I think.
Ant's on a mission tonight. As Bobo's trying to get round Lou around the outside. And he's taking it. What a move.
Nice.
He took his brave pills today.
Had some weak bits this morning.
Yeah, I think Chris is going to do the same as well. Over the opportunist, Mr. Bailey, up to P7. That's fantastic clean racing from everybody tonight.
Yeah, indeed. Absolutely.
I've had a swap for position. Lorpy's managed to get back ahead of Hodgie. We only have 10 viewers at the moment. Come on, I was going to say we need more.
Likes.
Only 3 likes, and we're spoiling Tier 1, spoiling you all tonight. Come on, where's these extra likes? Jules is all over the back of Ujoni. He's not letting him be. He's not letting him be. He's not giving him.
Jules through. Excuse me. Sorry. Yeah, through turns 9 and 10 as well. Jules is made up a lot of time through those. He's nailed in 10.
Yeah, I was going to say his setup must be on point tonight.
Yeah, definitely.
As Saviour goes to the lead, he's gonna have a turn up front. Ben is right still there with him, but Ujoni's gonna have the run, I think, going down to the next corner. Is he gonna look? Darts out. No, slots back in.
Be patient, I think.
If there's anyone who's going to be patient, it's going to be Ujoni.
Yeah, he knows when to make the moves.
He's just Zen personified around the F1 track, isn't he, really?
Yeah.
As we get on towards lap number 8. And this one, Saviour's got the gap a little bit up to about 4/10, but no one's been able to break away from each other yet.
No.
These leaders are just all swapping, taking turns, and it's almost like an oval race. A little bit. Almost like the last few laps of the Indy 500.
I'm surprised Jules is keeping it in there. Like I say, Calvin's still right on Jules as well.
Yeah, Bobo. Calvin doesn't want to be doing anything too silly, especially trying to pass Jules, because he's got a very, very rapid Bobo and a very rapid Bailey behind him.
Yeah, and Cloud as well behind again.
And Cloud
he's not short of some pace.
And Ant, who's driving like a man possessed tonight. After that grid penalty. Joni's trying again, but he probably should have tried to make the move on the last lap, because now Ben's going to keep getting the DRS off the Aston Martin. Yeah, but again, you can't be too. You can't just have a half-hearted move with these guys, especially with the ones in front, because if you make a mistake, the guy behind you is going to take advantage.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't want to be this. You don't want to be the middle car, do you? Really, you want to be the third one in the pack. Just
and like you said, just sort of sit there patiently till maybe the last 2 to 3 laps, and then start having some fun with your battery.
Yeah, especially as well with everyone battling so close, it's not going to be doing everyone's tyres that much good.
No.
Especially hitting the dirty air, especially off the car ahead, it's going to be eating those tyre life a lot faster. As we flash down onto the back straight.
Just looking at the positions made.
Jules is looking. He's getting closer, but I don't think he's going to be close enough to try it.
You see how he's taking turn 10 there, though? It's just
He's
It
managing.
looks like a mammoth cut, but it's because he's not ever the nature of the corner. He's not got four wheels off the track at any given point.
Yeah, I think it's helping him stay ahead of Calvin as Cloud gets ahead of Bailey into P7. And just going to go back quickly as...
So Jules and Calvin have ducked in.
I wonder if that's... And Bailey's in 2. I wonder if they're looking and thinking, okay, these guys are going to keep battling for a few laps. Let's try and get out into some open track. And see if we can do something from here. Because I think they're going to slot out just ahead of the Red Bull. Yes, and quite nicely for Calvin and for Jules. But Chris, unfortunately, has had a bit of rotten luck. He's got 2 cars between himself and Calvin and Jules now.
Yeah,
and they're going to be still fighting, and they haven't done their pit stops yet. So Jules and Calvin now, it's interesting because they've got the gap now to Hodgie and Lorpe ahead of them. So they're in the clear traffic. They're in the clear air now. They can pump their own laps in and try and get the undercuts on the leaders.
Yeah, and hopefully like use each other's DRS to sort of...
I think Ujoni's had a moment. Bobo's managed to get ahead of him.
Well, that's a rare thing to happen.
P3, Ujoni's actually pitted. And so is Bobo, and so is Saviour. I think Saviour's just about got the car stopped. Oh, 10 seconds speed penalty for Cloud.
That's harsh.
Oh, he's gonna be kicking himself for that.
Yeah, that's always horrible when that happens. Nothing can be done. Well, brakes earlier, but you know what I mean.
What have they gone on to? Should
hard.
be on the hard tyres. As Jules is right there with Bobo, right off the pit stop. I think Calvin's going to have a go. He's taking advantage of the move. He's through. Fantastic driving from Calvin there.
Yeah, it was a nice move.
Saw an opportunity and went for it. Beautifully done. I think we've got a yellow flag.
One lap only on those tyres already to...
Yeah, so they're going to be nice and warmed up now. So Calvin, the opportunist, gets himself ahead of Jules into P4. And Ujoni's lost out the most here. He's dropped 2 positions. Behind
thing for you, Jamie.
Yeah, behind Jules and behind Calvin, but I think
he's going to get the move done.
He's going to get the move done. Oh, contact!
Contact with Calvin now. I think he got away with it.
No, I think there's damage. I think there might be some damage. There is damage on the red. Yeah, there's damage on the Red Bull.
Oh no, he's got him.
Oh, that's going to be.
He's staying out.
That's brave, and that's going to be torch. That's going to be a torture for the rest of the race for him.
Yeah, definitely.
As Ben has managed to get out, he's out ahead of Saviour, but not by much. Saviour is going to have the better run going down to turn 3. Bobo's looking. Bobo's looking, but he got boxed in behind the Haas. So after all that, Ben has managed to hold the lead. Eventful few laps of pit stops there, gentlemen.
Yeah, I'm just on Bobby Johnny, just checking out the swing damage. Turn 1 a little bit wide, just over track limits, but so far, everything else looks to be okay.
I was going to say the penalty's now coming in thick and fast. 3 seconds across the board for Colin, G-Star and Lorpe, with 10 seconds for Cloud. For the speeding in the pit lane, that's going to hurt him.
Bailey's just on the journey as well, actually, at the end of the...
Yeah, I wonder how badly that Red Bull handling's been hindered now without the front wing.
Yeah, I mean, like I say, he looks to be getting the turning okay, but he's definitely losing a lot of pace because of it.
Yeah, it's going to be eating his tyres up a lot more as well.
Yeah, he's staying out, so I think he's just going to hang on for dear life. Maybe he's now praying for rain.
I think that, or he's going to be praying for a certain
certain other four-wheeled motor vehicle.
Yeah, I think the name rhymes with Kurt Skylander.
Ah, right, yeah.
Yeah, to grace us with his presence.
Right, what's these gaps up? Who have we got? Let's have a look at position change.
Okay, we're up to 12. We're up to 12 viewers now, which is nice. As Jules gets round the outside of the Mercedes back into P4. On the hunt now for the front three.
Excuse me.
Oh,
another 3
second. Oh, he's parked the car. He's retired. Safety car.
No. Oh, that's an unfortunate time to park your car then.
This is interesting. Ah, I had a feeling he might. Ujoni's going in for repairs.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, you can't blame him really. It's
no,
has landed in his lap.
Yeah, and I think he's going to go back onto the medium tyres, which I think should.
It's
oh, his teammates double stacking with him. So he's out. Not badly in P10. He's going to be on fresh tyres.
Yeah. 15 laps on those, or possibly less if it does rain.
It's doable.
Half a fuel, yeah. Well, especially with him. I mean, he stands a chance now of probably finishing.
He managed to show. He managed to show in Texas he could do the overtakes.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't write him off just yet. I don't think top 5's out of the question.
I don't think so either.
Yeah, this obviously we don't know what's happening with the weather, but if it stays like this, then this is quite a damaging race points-wise for you, Joni. Especially with Ben currently in the lead. Got Ben and Saviour in 1-2 at the moment, which is going to must be how far behind is Saviour at the moment? What, 20? Oh right, 22 points behind, so Ujoni shouldn't lose out second place.
It's gonna be though if Ujoni can get through this traffic on those fresher tyres.
Mm.
And when is that? As we heard from Hodgie, there's going to be rain coming, but when is it going to be coming? Is it going to be? Is it going to be within pit stop range? Are we going to have people having to swap tyres or not? Is it going to be for the last lap? Is it going to get wet enough?
Yeah, good point. Good point. Still pretty quiet in the chat with regards to that, but everyone's probably concentrating. But I mean, it just looks sort of hazy and everything, the whole race anyway. It's not looking like it's a bad weather situation, but who knows?
It's normal, as I say, weather for this sort of time of year, because it is. I believe when the Grand Prix is on this time of year now, it's still within the summer, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so, because they're sort of the opposite to us, aren't they, seasonally? Of the summer and winter. Excuse me. Yeah, because this time of year they're all out on the, well, normally at Christmas, isn't it? They're out on the beach having their Christmas barbies.
Yeah, only to have that luxury.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's going to be an interesting 13 laps if we get the green flag this time by, which we may do.
We should do, yeah, we should do. I'm just looking, who is it we've got? It's the Smith, isn't it? It's just catching up.
Jules has dropped to the back. Wonder what happened with it. Oh! There's been an incident with Jules. He's missing something quite important.
Oh, he's on board. Let's have a quick look.
He's missing the whole front wing off that McLaren.
Blimey. Now, is that a moment under the safety car in a wall, or is that unfortunate braking from the car ahead?
Could be a mixture of both, but I don't think it's going to be in this lap, which is actually good news for him. Because if it was going to be
a little bit off the back of the pack there.
Yeah, so I think it's going to go around for one more lap. Yeah, which is good news for Jules in the McLaren, so he can get the repairs done to the car and he can get back around to the back of the queue.
Yeah. Real shame there. Straight in. You just got to pray the game doesn't do that horrible glitch now and just change his tyres and leave that front wing alone.
Well, if he's put the yes on there, he should be fine.
Alright, he's on his way. How much time has he left for this? Everyone's on the hard still.
Yes, I think we should be getting going this lap.
Got to do this time round, isn't it, really? It's good. Again, weather-wise, if it stays like this, we're looking at a nice little sprint race now, surely.
You'd think so. What's going to happen? Are we going to get... Are these leaders going to keep having a nice fight and keep us entertained? Is Ujoni just going to scythe back through P10 to P10 and show us what he can do?
He can do that on a set of mediums. I'm sure he'll make a good few positions up, but I just don't think he's got enough time left. It is quite a difficult overtaking track.
He's got a good chance, especially with the medium tyres. They may last now because obviously with the safety car and the car being a lot lighter from the start of the Grand Prix, so it is all to play for as everybody starts to warm up those cold hard tyres as Ben becomes a de facto safety car now.
Unless he make his break.
I think he'll try and do it halfway around the last corner.
Yeah,
No,
I think he's already gone.
He shuts me up. He's just decided, screw it, I'm just going to go now.
It's quite risky on the set of hards, I think, because chances are a lot of the time when you try and push before that last chicane, then you can definitely have a moment.
As DC Fernando to his detriment a while ago, as he's got the break. Ben has got the break by half a second.
Yeah, he's done alright there.
No real change, movers and shakers yet. Ujoni's managed to pass the Williams Ahoji into P9, so that's one of the cars out the way. Next will be the Aston Martin of Lorpy, but I think he's going to be a little bit difficult to do because I think Lorpy is trying to get onto the back of the Haas of G-Sarge.
I was going to say, yeah, he's been chasing
G-Style, sorry.
down here.
And my apologies for that mistake. Chris dropping a little bit back from Ant. G-Star is closer to Chris than Chris is to Ant.
I think Ujoni's gonna.
He's
not gonna want to wait too long by the looks of it.
No, I don't think he's gonna be.
Dipping his nose out, letting him know he's there.
He's
taking the inside line.
Oh, he doesn't want to repeat of earlier again. He's just making this car pop up in the mirrors, just going, okay, Lorpy, I'm still here now.
Yeah, I think he's done him now.
He's got him on the straight. Into braking onto turn 1.
Yeah.
Textbook as you like, up to P8. Next target is G-Star. Keeping an eye just on the leaders a little bit. It's hovering up around 0.6 of a second now, that gap between Ben and Saviour.
Yeah, he's done alright maintaining that. Pulled another 2 tenths out from the start, so that's all good.
Yeah, we've just got to see now whether Saviour can actually get back onto the back of the house and challenge again. Bobo holding strong in P3. Another good result for the Williams driver. And as we say that, Ujoni has got past G-Star to P7. Now, Chris, I don't mean to scare you, but there is a very, very fast Ujoni in a Red Bull right behind you now. Have fun.
There's nothing worse than seeing somebody's name in your rearview mirror.
And it begins with you and ends in Goni. Oh, we love you all. We love you all, we really do. Saviour's right on the back of Ben now. Yeah, just as
just done fastest that.
Yeah, just as we didn't need any more inkling that he's there.
Yeah, there we go. Job done now. Yeah.
Up to P6.
I'm gonna eat my words, aren't I? I'm gonna say top 5, and he's gonna end up like 2nd or 3rd.
I'd be wondering if Ben and Saviour listen to the stream now and just keeping an eye. They're thinking, okay, where's you, Joni? hearing us saying he's picking cars off left, right, and centre, just thinking, yeah. Oh boy, can we not get rid of this guy for 5 minutes?
Just a little bit of respite every now and again would be good. He is relentless.
Saviour manages to catch up a little bit more towards that back straight, but he's not managed to drop the Williams yet. So it's not to the realms of possibility yet.
Another fastest lap.
Okay, Journey, we get the point.
Faster.
Again.
I reckon Saviour's going to have this done on that.
You reckon he's going to have a go on the back straight?
Yeah, I think so. Been quite patient, but he's keeping himself within 2.5 tenths. So yeah, I think it's going to happen.
It's got a good possibility as he follows him through the line of least resistance. Ben's not fighting it.
No.
It's almost like you let him through a little bit.
You don't get the double DRS on that one, do you? When you go onto the oh, you do.
You do, yeah.
Okay. Wow, I forgot that. Yeah.
So Ben is going to be susceptible to the Williams. It's why I said earlier Joni probably should have done that move a lap earlier, because Ben didn't have the DRS off because he was leading. There. So speaking of which, he's trying every corner.
Oh. I thought that was done deal then for a minute, but Ant held on.
Oh, little squirrely from the Alpine.
One little moment.
Seized the opportunity, just ripped it out of it.
No hesitation there.
No, it's very clean as well.
Yeah. Great reaction. Little dart to the other direction and move done.
Now he's off after the Mercedes.
Yeah, I think Ben's just going to redo what Saviour did to him on the last lap now,
I think he's gonna.
Identical move.
It's the overspeed.
Yeah. So maybe my suggestion at the start about the longer DRS was probably the opposite. Should be the opposite of that.
It's almost like you could say a little bit. It's almost a little bit of a meaningless straight to have the DRS on, because you've always got the long run to get there. It might be almost similar to the one up the top of the hill at Spa. In a way.
Yeah, that is a bit of an odd one as well, to be honest.
Because people have never.
A good run.
I've never seen people struggle to overtake at the top of that hill.
No.
Although this is the last season. This is the last actual real season IRL, isn't it, for 2025? Is without the DRS, isn't it?
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I think they're going to some more active aero for next year under the new regulations. So I don't think there'll be.
It's been a long time since I've read or seen anything about what's going on in 26, to be honest. I remember them showing off the cars and reading a few of the technical changes, because they're going for like more battery power, like almost like a 50-50 split this time.
I think so, as we might have a change for the runner-up spot. Bobo is getting a bit tired of waiting now. He's just going to think, okay, I want to make my own moves in this race as Ant joins penalty club.
Again, Johnny is right there now.
He's like a shark in the water.
Wait,
wow.
He's down the outside.
I know I talk about Ujoni a lot, don't get me wrong, but take a bow for that overtake.
Yeah,
that was
I was
superb.
on board with Bobo and he just came around the outside like out of nowhere. I wasn't paying attention to behind. That was and it was just like he just drove around him like he didn't exist.
I could probably hear Ben and Saviour under their helmets right now just thinking, oh, for the love of all that is holy, I thought we got rid of this guy.
No, you didn't. And there we go, my wares are eaten because you're top 3 now, so what can I say? Never doubt you, Joni, really.
Yeah, I can just imagine just like the words underneath their helmets now just thinking, for goodness sake, I thought he went about 3 minutes ago. Why can we not get rid of him?
He's going to go for the win, I'm sure of it.
I think he is. I think getting the front wing damage fired him up.
Yeah.
Can we start him without a front wing next time and see what happens?
That'd be good, and maybe on some like chunky cross country tyres or something.
Stick him in an F2 car. This is crazy. Although to be fair, Bobo and Ant are still not out of this yet. Unfortunately, Ant does have the 3-second penalty.
Bobo's really not let the gap build at all after that move, so he's definitely
no.
between
But
the top
again,
4
Ujoni's gonna have to start to worry though now as well, because all right, yes, as we go to the tyres, it's 3-lap difference though, but the mediums may start falling off sooner rather than later. So he's been quite aggressive and pushing to get through a lot of cars, so he's gonna have to watch it in these last few laps.
Is he a tyre whisperer or not? I don't really know if he. I know.
I think he is normally one of the kinder ones on the tyres.
Right. Oh yeah, spicy few laps to go then.
Yeah, he's gonna have to time it right though. Time it to perfection so he doesn't get swamped by the Williams.
Oh.
His teammate unfortunately gets a penalty, and so does Lorpy. Let's check those penalties quickly. 3 for Ant, 3 for G-Star, 3 for Jules, 3 for Samfeo, 6 for Colin, 6 for Lorpy, 3 each for Penitza and Schmidt. Everybody else is still clean as a whistle. As we go on to lap 25, we are closing in very much on the end of this race, folks. As Saviour's just gone, okay, I'm going to pass there. And Ujoni's just going to think, no, I'm going to follow you through. Bobo's got back through. Mistake from Ujoni.
Well.
Ben, oh yeah, Ben's got the 3 seconds.
I'm not sure if there was a bit of contact there that caused a bit of off track. There's a bit of wheel banging for sure.
That's going to... Ujoni's going to be smiling. Ujoni's going to be smiling under that crash helmet now, thinking, "Okay,
that's one down.
One of them gone. I've just got the Williams. I've got the Williams and the Aston Martin to deal with now, and just got to be pulled along."
Oh, where have we got the
yellow flag? I think it's Armour.
I think that might have been Armour, yeah. Things look okay.
This is not over yet, folks. Settle in for the last 4 laps of fun.
Johnny's practically pushing Ben around those last few corners there.
And he's just like going, okay, I'm coming through soon, whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
You can make this easy, or you can make this hard. Of course, Ben's going to make it as difficult as he possibly can.
Absolutely.
Bobo's not out the... Bobo's not out the shot for the win here on this one yet, and to be fair, nor is anyone of this front 5 is in with a very good chance of the win.
Yeah,
at the moment.
So just a few laps to go. Anything can happen.
It is, and
Getting a little bit overexcited for the last few laps.
Yeah, and I think it's gonna be a pass for the lead. Bobo is looking.
I think it's going to be done. Obviously,
He's round the outside. He's through.
Ben tucks back in. Okay, I thought Ben might have gone for the assist.
He might have gone for it as well, but I wonder if Bobo's going to try and break now. He's fending off Saviour. Ben and Saviour wheel to wheel.
Not
That's brave. And Joni's looking.
Ooh.
This is helping Bobo get the gap.
We got three to go. This is
Place your bets, folks. Place those bets.
Which one of those four to put my money on at this point in time?
No,
five even.
You'd have to be a brave man to bet on one of them. Because this is insane. This is just showing right here why these guys are our best bunch, the creme de la creme.
So clean.
They push each other so hard and they race so clean, it's ridiculous. Any one of these five can win this Grand Prix.
And they're like metronomic as well. You don't really see moments with back ends or missed
Ant's going to go through Jody as well.
Ooh.
I apologise for not commentating much on this, but this is I'm just in awe of all of this.
Watching the screen.
Tier 1. I think he's going to try it. Oh, Bobo just gets back ahead of the Aston Martin.
Is that maybe too soon to take the lead? I don't know.
Yeah, it might be.
A little bit
Although
of a break
Bobo is closer to Saviour than he is to the Haas. I think Saviour's he'll have a look at it.
Ben did well then. He came out of the last turn onto the straight and managed to pull a half a second gap straight off the back.
That's what he needs to do, get out these traction zones. Saviour's looking, turn 3. Wheel to wheel.
So close. Is he staying there?
Ooh, I'd back out of that, Saviour. You get this.
I was going to say, tough in.
Yeah. This is helping Ben get away, but he's not getting the gap for the penalty.
It would be enough, but
crazy.
It's a good gap build.
Bobo is within the second, but he's not got away from the DRS for Saviour and Ujoni, so he's still going to be susceptible to both of them.
Ujoni's not going to be happy with 4th place.
Well, it's P3 on the road at the moment with Ben's penalty.
Well, yeah.
As we get to the final lap, hedge your bets, ladies and gentlemen. Who's going to come out on top of this one? As we head on to that final lap. Bobo all over the back of the Haas.
I'm gonna go Saviour.
He's used to this sort of situation. Bobo goes for the lead now. Might be too early. I think there's been a bit of contact.
Taking it. Saviour's in the lead.
Yeah, I think there's a bit of contact. I think maybe Bobo and Ben, maybe a bit of an incident to turn 3.
Oh god, this is gonna get 3 wide.
Oh, that might have been smart from Saviour. I don't know whether Bobo's going to have the DRS. I think Saviour may have given.
Yeah,
he has.
Saviour's got it.
He has. He got back behind at the detection point.
Straight past.
Saviour may have just played 4D chess and won.
I think so.
Bobo is not.
He's close.
He's right up his rear wing going to the DRS. Joni's going to be all over there as.
Oh, it's great positioning of the car there by Saviour.
Ben's gone off. Ben's off. He's dropped to 6th.
Oh.
That's last corner.
Oh, come on, Saviour. Just hold it down the straight.
Is he going to do it?
He might do. Bobo had a little wobble coming out of the last turn.
Less than a 10.
Close.
Less than 2 tenths. Saviour takes the win. Bobo P2, Joni P3, Chris P4, Ant P5, Calvin P6, Ben in 7th, G-Star 8th, Jules takes 9th. No, Hodgie takes 9th.
Oh, lovely.
Jules takes 10th.
Oh, Hodgie's gone up to 8th.
Yeah, I think Ben's DNF'd after the line.
Oh, right, yeah, looks like it.
Yeah,
what does it actually mean results-wise? Do they count that, or is that unfortunate now?
I'm not 100% sure. I'll have to have a double check with that, as Lorpy penultimate car to cross the line.
Got to say, shout out to old Hodgie, because
yeah, fantastic result
at the end there. What has he started in 18th, I think, and
yeah, he's done a mini Antonelli, hasn't he? He could be proud of that.
That looks like just one of those clean, faultless races where he's just been patient, made his, stuck his ground.
It's what he always tells me. It's what he always tells me as Smith brings the Mercedes home to cross the line. Wow, what an ending to that race!
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Tier 1, you never cease to disappoint. As
there you go,
Hodgie gets my games driver of the day, I
can't disagree with that at all.
No, I don't think I can, and I think
that's where I was going to go with mine anyway, so I'll just stick with it.
I'll split mine actually. I'll split it between Saviour and Hodgie. They can share it.
Yeah, makes sense.
As what astonishing end to the Grand Prix.
Those last few laps were great.
That was stunning.
I really enjoyed that.
That was a stunning race. Well done, Tier 1 again.
Well, after this we got.
We are mimicking the real life.
Yeah. We are now, actually. Yeah, we're back in sync now, aren't we? Actually,
we are a little bit, as unfortunately the games are going to do that glitch again, where it doesn't let me have a look at the results.
Right, we have Saviour, Bobo, Eugenie, Bailey, Ant, Calvin, G-Star, Mark, Jules, Bergen, Bit, Armar, Colin, Penanza, and Lorpy, Smith, Ben, RS, Sam, Cloud, and then the last one just vanished off my screen.
That's unfortunate, but again, absolutely stonking race on the gear. Steve, again, thank you for joining me.
No, it's been a great one. Thank you very much for your company.
No worries, but if you thought we were done yet, you are sadly mistaken on that one, because we have, as Steve has mentioned, the Tier 3 boys kicking their race off at 7 o'clock on Wednesday night around Albert Park, where you'll be able to spy some of the Tier 3 drivers, including a certain Mr. Hardy, who shall be on the track as well. And then we have the X-treme race at 8:45. Just when you thought they couldn't get any mad, they decide to turn all the assists off. And then we go over, we mimic the real life F1, and we head over to the Shanghai International Circuit on Friday for MRC-X. Again,
which is probably going to be a wet race, I would imagine. China and this game is usually that way inclined.
We hope not, but again, Steve, thanks again for joining me. It's been a pleasure, and hopefully
Indeed.
I'll see you back in the garage on Monday for Tier 2. But
yes, indeed.
From the MRC commentary team, I've been Andrew, that has been Steve. Take care of yourselves and have a fantastic rest of your week. Good night, everybody.